Hello. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It's Good Friday weekend last weekend, and it's Easter next weekend. General Patton Die Hard, as you can see. I got my shirt on. Supporting Patton Museum here at Fort Knox. General Peggy Combs is stomping grounds, being her right hand. Saber Quill being Crosby Sigger. Die Hard for 30 SC. Especially the last Christmas when they came back in the raid. Who could forget that? God bless them all. We were soldiers proud level here. Diehards to the cores. Can't go wrong here. I'd like to think what amuses me on April Fool's Day. I'm sure Senior Command Sergeant Major Plumley actor has a few pointers in mind for certain bases. Y'all keep an eye out for him when he walks the sidewalk, not just in the movies. Oh, I would want y'all feeling lonesome in those nice shiny uniforms that you're pressing before Tuesday morning arises. Or Wednesday, the dawn early rises, and I don't think using my stay away Xbox record excuse is gonna help you get to work early. Don't use that one. I use that all the time. I was having one of those beach babe dreams, playing volleyball, meet the parents level, would wake up for nobody, that kind of dream. That might roll over real well with Easter weekend. Then again, it might not if you have one of them Top Gun, severe chewing dads like, don't take doggy biscuit for nobody under the door. Hope to God you have a Cracker Barrel gift card to slide under, or a Dolly Parton CD, or what have you comes to mind. Ditties, perhaps. IHOP, maybe. The local coffee shop or bookstore gift card in your area. I hope to God you have some sort of emergency get out scolding kind of day. God help you. Squared away here. Speaking of which, I hope everybody's watching their health. The flu is still going around. This skinnier nonsense. Remember when I told you home remedies? Put a plate out there. Just don't be near it. A screen over it. Dot lemon soap. Cup of water in it. Fill the plate with water. How do you know it's working? When they're gosh darn dying by the millions. Mosquitoes dead everywhere. Not good for the birds and animals, so that's why you have a little screen. Being a playboy, Maxim, Darling, Rolling Stones, Women's Sports Illustrated type of guy who's living here 9 years, single by myself and counting, caring for all children all over the world, trying to make the world better every day, every hour, every night. Easter egg rolling at Obama's house. Yeah, I have his GQ magazine front cover. He needs to come by either your stomping ground, my parents' house in Washington, or you can park your helicopter right out backyard, this back of this Night Saint movies, Child's Play, Canberra do Star Wars, Xbox player all in one, and have a little marshmallow before it's all said and done. They name a nice museum after you, sir. Oh, Mr. Obama and his family should stop by here, Elizabethtown. I could use your autograph. I would want you feel like an old fart while polishing that nice James Dean coffee shop on the last floor. Aww. I have more power than you can shake a stick at, which is why you're blushing and feeling like a little schoolboy that likes that Bob Hope would come out and say, gosh darn, God bless his American-made, naturally born, caring for the whole world, all nations, Care Bear heart here. Who makes Robin Williams want to come out from his grave and laugh so loud? Holy smokes. That's not even a highlight of World War, but what he has to say in one sentence. Good Morning Vietnam movie, the beginning scene especially. Aww, I would want POW supporters feeling all lonely inside. Not by a long shot. Come on. Leave no soldier left behind. No soldier stands alone. Global. Not even butlers. Holding nice desserts at 4 a.m. Knowing exactly that Care Bear's kind of treats. Aw, especially the frats. What better way to keep the kids coming for more? Aw. The Cookie Monster comes out that early, especially. I don't know about ice cream for ladies at 3 a.m. That's Xbox, Notting Hill, Pride, Prejudice, Decisions. Good thing our Chef Russell here plans ahead, huh, for dessert. I make you not, ladies, not need diet no more. That has to be it. While sitting there eating all kinds of snacks in front of y'all. We all come over. The least I gotta do is keep y'all company, entertained. Golly. Here at my home. That wasn't including the long shot I heard someone trying to take a shot in front of the nice White House this morning. Gee, that comes with the territory. Don't you think they tried that with Ronald Reagan, JFK, and Martin Luther King? Did it work? It gets old blaming the president for everything real fast, don't you think? I think so. That's why my dad sits in front of the big chair in front of Congress, making sure all of you, millions and millions of businesses, don't get unemployed anytime soon. I hear Grandma Junior support Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth, needs a nice little Care Bear right next to her little bedside that reminds her of Queen Diana. Interesting how that word travels. That's not just a rumor, that's actually true. She's staring at the person who could fill that position. Wholeheartedly reading all about Redhead. Aww, is that Redhead blushing? And her two girls. Darn, I wouldn't want William and Harry to feel all lonesome with Kate here. How about I borrow Kate for a couple hours? Come on. It'll give that paparazzi really something to think about because I'd like to have a field day with those folks. Being that it's not easy, one, being a new mommy, two, she has her hands full with little George and Princess Charlotte there. Aw, now she's blushing. I got your attention. Ain't that nice? Let Harry feel all lonely on his little horse. Golly. At Buckingham Palace, I hope he gets that message. Ready for a rematch. The last time you were on Tex, I blew your whole division away. Remember, it's just a game with Commander Russ. That's 2 words, Commander and Russ. Golly, I haven't been on in a while. My Halo friends miss me. Y'all hang in there. Cameron's always around. That's exactly what it means. Fortune favors the brave and the bold. Where was I? Oh, yes. Germany, God bless y'all over there. Since Normandy, you come a long ways. Oh, wait. I heard about last weekend's fiasco. What would I do? Some darling wrote. Let me see here. I'd stand in the middle of that airport, have a nice cup of coffee like Clint Eastwood would do, or some Western movie novelist like the good old days of Hamburger Hill or Platoon, and have a nice little chess game. If we want R&R, we'll play Monopoly in some dungeons. It'll make Avatar's Marines proud. I wonder what they're feeling all lonely in the nice uniforms of theirs. Golly, it just smiles, broadens the horizons, and clears the sinuses. I'll even ask one of these darlings to hold my tiki torch. We'll launch some fireworks, it'll be grand. Come on, lightning don't even stop this dude, poltergeist brother all in one. It's a gift being caring. It's even more gift being psychic. It's even more gift being the Joan An the Arc with a sense of humor. With some nice cherry sprinkles on top. Ain't that nice? I think that's nice. While sitting here wondering why these darling models don't come over and choose the parking lots, rest stops, instead of a nice cozy chateau as this here. It blows. Heidi Club, Tyra Banks, they're diehards. You should see Julia Roberts and Meg Ryan. They walk in here like they own the place. Where's he at? Times out of 10, he's Care Bear sleeping. He can only wait up so long. Red-eye flights. I know exactly how it is. Golly, I wait up hours being thoughtful. And then a little kid comes out and calls it a day, falling asleep in front of Sleepless in Seattle, or You've Got Mail, favorite movies of mine, or Kingdom of Heaven, Passion of the Christ. Clint Eastwood Western movies, military, support the troops, written all over my face. Aww. What better way to make sure y'all troopers get home, not just while watching Transformers or what movie comes to mind. I wouldn't want y'all feeling lonely in them nice books of yours all over the world. That wouldn't roll over too well with us class clown comedians. since the Mask movie, Jim Carrey, came out. Or I know, a favorite family supporter singer of mine, Adele is her name. She gets around. You should hear her vocals. Not just mine all over the parking lots, from here at Elizabethtown to Barnes and Nobles. While watching what have you, Wheel of Fortune, keeping them shows going for years, Vanna and Pat, God bless y'all, much loves. Jeopardy, and everybody else that are in dying need of Care Bears cares. Speaking of which, someone reached down and touched me from heaven. I support leisure travel industries too. Y'all need to look at my spacebar. See spacebar, type in travel. Really amazing what comes up. We make this children's Sesame's proof, yes? Snime in many languages. Doll. It's a marvelous search bar here on my website. Just type in something, it'll pull it up. Golly, I wouldn't want you childs feeling all lonely while standing guard. Until wondering what's the catch at 50 years old and counting. At least the catch is you don't get laid off while watching over the Joan An the Arc now, over here. That's the catch. Even while you're standing up there holding a plate, I want you to know one thing. While you're standing there holding that plate, there's always a job for you over here after it's all said and done. Do you hear me, man or woman? I don't want you feeling alone while holding that plate, even in front of the nice Chateau of France. Is that understood? I know it brings tears to some of y'all's eyes. You think that nobody cares while you're standing there holding a sword or chic or die-hard cutters, God bless them. Hoping they don't get tired, worn out, sick, bedridden for the rest of their life after it's all said and done. Hoping they have some sort of nice retirement plan laid out before they call it a day, right? Like the good old ones? You sure? At least here in front of Elizabethtown or wherever I go to that God takes me next, you always have a job. Not just a painting or dust off once in a while like my father got. Or a nice reunion once in a while, you hope. At least here, being NASA supporting Star Trek and everything else, that God baby. To make this world better down to Chicago's basketball team, the UK, and everybody else, that you always have a job looking out for Joan the Arc right here, who knows how to reach out and touch your very soul, guarding my very life. Caring for your very existence, that likes that Meet Joe Black movie would be child's play. I hit you like radar, know exactly where you went wrong and how to fix you real fast. We have a plenty of history books here. I don't think these darlings would be getting bored while waiting up for me to wake up. James Bond Jr. level, Roger Moore's the best. Classic sweet cutlery, God bless the Irish. And everybody else I care about to GMA. Married Sweets, I know some darlings are listening. They speak Indonesian. They're nice, amazing girlfriends. She's been needing a prayer in Clarksville. You didn't think I felt you all the way over here. American Sweets Hotel. Aww. Now she's really blushing. I hope your pet Beverly tells you that one. 'Cause you're a big chicken. Like everybody else girlfriend-wise, the Muslim girlfriends, they know where I live. They're not shy, even in their Arabian clothes. They should not. It drives your parents crazy. Y'all must like those single lectures. That has to be it. Some of you are counting the days till the next lecture comes. Ain't that exciting? I think that's exciting, knowing that I know more about you than you can shake a stick at. While watching my videos and making you laugh and blush and fluster at the same time. How does he know so much? I could tell you a few pointers, but it'd take years. Aw, a few history books here to help pass the day, the hours, days along, while reminding people what matters. I wouldn't want you feeling all lonely in those nice chateaus of your homes of yours. Marvelous. Where was I? Oh yes, while preventing suicides and carrying on, I'd like to remind you the fine points. If it weren't for us troops, that goes for anybody. I'm not around for my health. I know more about most people and know exactly how to make a person feel better. That's my job. Morale division dad, being single and counting. Caring for the world, knowing that there's somebody out there for everybody. It's a matter of her having the courage to knock. on my door. My grandmother always said if she's worthy for an OR nurse before she passed away at 93, she'll knock. I'm still testing this. I haven't heard anybody hardly. I must have been asleep while y'all were knocking. And by the way, I appreciate if you keep an eye out for these honest pathfinders. They always try to mess up things. What did I say in my other videos? If you were listening to my videos and watching 3 Care Loves, especially the man in Iron Mask, favorite actors, actresses of mine, who stopped by, Christine and all her. The serious group, luring them to, there's someone with a nice crown on her face. I wrote on my Facebook a while ago. I got her attention. Where was it? Ah, yes, Norway, that's it. I wouldn't want you blushing all by yourself because you have yet to communicate. Now, things have come a long way since carrier pigeon. The thought that comes to mind since Harry Potter. Would y'all prefer carrier pigeon? We got Morse code. Aww. I feel for the guard who has to walk several flights up your stairs just to hand you something that has something Care Bear on it that actually says cares about you. There you go. Right down to the secretary. God bless her. Amazing how I get around to everybody else. I know how to reach out and touch somebody. Golly, sometimes without lifting a finger. It drives women nuts since Rome. Things have come a long way since papyrus in Egypt. Pencils and pens. Pins caboodles to the next year's school supplies. How many parents are saving those education little labels like I do? Off Star Wars and everything else. Interesting, is it not? To Ritz crackers and everything else. To cookie dough, Pillsbury. They have them on the back too. You just gotta look and watch how you're cutting them. They get torn to shreds. To Star Wars, the latest movie. God bless George Lucas, Gene Roddenberry, and everybody else. The Patriot movie is a favorite of mine, Mel Gibson. And every other movie that's come out to Firefox. You know, supporting NASA and everybody else. Someone questions this on a tour bus the other day. If I was dressed in Arabian, well, I'd still hold integrity. Yes, I would. It wouldn't matter if I was dressed in Arabian clothes. These folks around here know. If that was Care Bear, would they be treating him any less? What if that was me in their clothes? Would you sit there and spill a pile of nervous wreck of waste of time and have yourself fired in no time? Or would you sit there and treat them with family and dignity? So what? They smell like they've been through Saudi Arabian desert heat and just got off the bus. They deserve respect. What if that was Care Bear under there? You think he'd test you? I think he would. Just to see how you would support the truth. With my latest flyer, God bless Playboy rules and everything else, 9/11 and stuff that I'm holding up, even laminated. You know, I got it squared away. You should see the layout right here. Ta-da! All kinds of stuff. You see that? Mob. I even have the Holy Cross. Down pat for collage, down to Sesame Street. That's right. To prayers around the world. Things that matter that keep people employed to this day. Oh, there's one. You see that right there over there? What's that right there? Exactly. See that? I get around and everything else. People that depend on me for answers, they're not just a label or a face, they're a human being, someone with dignity and deserves so much respect. And I know how hard, competitive it is modeling-wise. Now you know how Cindy Crawford feels, all in one sentence. You know, it's like I was telling someone the other day, I'm showing you exactly how it is when you get out of the military. Take a good look. This is one guy right here trying to defend your identity. He's right down James Bond to making sure you stay out of harm's way. Because like I said, for every success out there, there's always someone trying to destroy that success, even slandering your good name. Which is why I cut that waiting till 50 years for retirement plan off at the pass so fast it'll make your head stand on it. We have plenty of history books To show you in my latest upload video I showed you expressively last weekend on the fine points if people thought might like me since the Stone Age, they'd still be alive, not dead and buried 6 feet under. Did I say that loud enough for y'all leaders all over the world who know this children's ambassador to heart? Or they should, for the love of God, the one person you answer to who's 2 inches to God and makes the last Joan the Arc look picnic. Okay? Bird sanctuary, environment, saving the planet, KB. To children's foundations everywhere. Aww, to Spain royal family in Spain, making sure Miss Cinderella in there gets let out sooner or later. We're looking for a serious policy here that says parlay in a few words, as if to say you're in my care, darlings. Even in that nice little Monte Cristo hold up. I don't think it's fair nor right, again, that she should be held accountable for some actions of someone that she was not at fault for. And how much taxation without representation does the neighboring countries owe since Rome? Obviously a guy up there with a crown with this kind of amusement on his face and in a nice cave wanted me to pass that along. The same amusement of some darling damsel trying to get money for our country. If you go in that cave, you forfeit your life so fast it'll make your head stand on that Indiana Jones the Arc has a few pointers on. No cave is that easy to waltz into without being shot all the heck. It wouldn't matter if you had armor. Obviously they thought of that one already. Don't do it. They open that cave, they better come get carriers. There's only one lightning fast little rascal who can move so fast it'll make your head stand on it and you're staring at him. And I have to be at full strike. Bruce Lee. I hit faster than him, but then I keep those Ming Dynasty smiling. They know with me standing here, no one forgets his name. Master Upman and everybody else, Master P and everybody else that ever walked this earth martial arts wise to Kung Fu. Their legacy always kept alive right down to Last Samurai. The real samurais now who watch this space 3 times, they send their best like everybody else. I think they catch on quick. 3 gobs of the best to everybody. And people love me because I speak all languages and know exactly how to cheer up somebody in need of cheering up and helping people not feel so alone at night after a long day of work. This is not the answer here as portrayed in the man in the Iron Mask. The barn scene, that would be so me. I'd cut it down, right down to the rope. The barn, everything, just cut, and I'd be playing cards. Tried it 15 times. Let's see if I'll try it this time around. Wait, see, I'll eat a pizza. Trust me. I won't lose any sleep over this. While the whole barn collapsed. Squared away, I feel for the kid who knows exactly how I feel. You know, I don't think killing yourself is working here. You already cut the shower stall. We have it down pat. This time around we're playing Uno. Trust me, after watching that movie you learn a few pointers on preventing suicide. Okay, they have it down patted frats. I feel for the golf who watch over me when they have vacation. Or whenever y'all come around on horseback, you can park it here any time, or wherever I go to next. Marvelous. To baby shades of King Baby Shies, I feel your prayers even where you're at your hotels, darlings. Marvelous. I make the Saint movie smile. Call me Saint Augustus, Saint Christopher, Saint Casanova, Quebec, Cares, Morale Division, the one and only Russell Morehouse, like the Morehouse College in Atlanta. I know some brothers there, keeping young people in schools. Educated is the best way that opens new doors. Remember, these teachers aren't there to fail you. They're showing you exactly how harsh that world out there can be the moment you open that front door. Are we clear on that? You better keep at it. If you didn't want this much, even with 6 kids, you wouldn't be trying to the last month. Look at that certificate diploma and look at it real hard. I know people who give up at the last month, okay? You're looking at a guy who made it through with 1 kid. Obviously, if you didn't want to good enough, Goodwill Hunting, every other movie with Will Smith and everybody else starred in, showing you a few points even in that stock investor movie that he portrayed real well, Much Love's Brothers. To Denzel Washington, Man on Fire, that if you didn't want it bad enough, you wouldn't be that close to getting that degree. Now, you hold on tight, you keep that, and you buckle down, and shut that TV off and do your homework. It'll help you get there a lot quicker, you get me? Unless you plan on working $6.95 per hour for the next 20 years. Think really hard. Because that's what I'm trying to tell you. Quitting school is not it here, kids. You want a better future? Then you gotta take steps. God'll help you along the way, and so will I. I'm not gonna let you fall on your face without dusting you up. Gosh darn. That's why my dad, an officer, son of the Air Force, made sure I knew exactly how a general feels when they're getting chewed the heck out, only to be replaced by some preppy, brand new, spanking West Point character fresh out of camp who wants to replace everything they ever did, minute honor level, the likes that make your hair stand on end, especially in the new book manual scene in that movie. You ever watched that part? That's exactly what my dad wanted me to make sure I saw at 5 years old. He made sure I didn't move a muscle. He said, remember this, because they're coming out that door. You don't forget that expression on their face. At least you're still steady there. Now that's a Fred, ha. He's only 5 and he didn't buckle or run off. Does it look like I'm someone who runs off from anybody or intimidated by ignorance for the last 3 centuries? I think not. Oh wait, I heard on NPR today that Christians are being shot at, not even a hair out of miles, not even close near Jerusalem, for being Christian or practicing a new religion. Do you know what ironic truth is? People risk their lives just for changing religion or wanting to change their life for the better. You, the human heart, should keep going and keep at it. You should embrace change, not fear it. As I said so before plainly, I want famine, the word extinct in the dictionary, which is why I have tomatoes growing in my living room. I know another friend is a Sarge. She's got lettuce growing in hers. She looks up to me and everybody else, and so on and so on. It makes you think of that movie, Pay It Forward. God bless Casey, actor over there, and everybody else that starred in that movie. To Jodie Foster, God bless. Miss Tornado there. And every other actress, actor who's ever starred in movies like You've Got Mail. Kimberly, you should stop by sometime, darling. Meg Ryan. God bless her and her bicycle, Miss City of Angels. Obviously, y'all know where Elizabethtown is, Kentucky Hills. No one want redhead feeling all lonely while she stops by. Aww, she should keep at it. She keeps missing me by her hair. 9 times out of 10, like I said, I'm asleep. Y'all should keep at it. And if you send your affections, make sure you deliver them yourself, or chances are they'll get stolen if you don't send them FedEx. Okay, because like I said last weekend, I've gotten 0 since last Christmas from anybody. Keep at it, keep trying. Don't let some criminal thief get a hold of that stuff before anybody else. I gave you my address 328 Helm Street, like Helmet Football, Elizabethtown, Kentucky, 42701. Russell Morehouse on Facebook, that's right. Martin Luther King, proud, live only on white. Gets the facts straight. That's a 9-year counting deployed dad who knows exactly what it's like reaching through a computer screen wanting to hug your little ones, not just seeing them hug a piece of cardboard on a commercial. To me, that doesn't solve the missing the daddy's mommy part. I think that causes serious frustration when you really get back, because then they still want to hug the cardboard instead of you. Psychology 101 here, holding such a I could open my own office shrink degree, golly. To knowing how to fend off health fraud, fudge cakes at 9 yards in closing for y'all. I know a criminal versus a friend 5 seconds or less, okay? Obviously, Dad made sure a few pointers, not just those who uphold laws. They watch my channel too. They know a man who's not afraid to express himself on behalf of millions in the ground. There are people who miss this voice, even breathe this voice. To wanting to know what I'm wearing next, the Keith Ledger's Knights Tale story. General Patton, darlings, red. The nice blue jeans tomorrow. Obviously, and he knows a 3-piece suit won't last 5 seconds out there in front of stuff that Jesus went through with a nice little ring cross and a crown of thorns on his forehead. Obviously, I wear my battle scars proudly. There's someone who thinks it's cute trying to commit health fraud nearby. There's a clown in every town, which is why I was born 3 times, to make that extra special by fending this ignorance off. Do you think if someone does this to my arms, after seeing what Jesus goes through being reborn for us for Easter celebration, which I celebrate Christmas all year long, there's not a soul in this neighborhood who wouldn't deny it. Knowing how fast I am and how quick I am, even after coffee, you should see my dad at 4 a.m. in the garage. You're not awake and he's already had his coffee, you might as well call it a day. I swear to facts, kid. You better be awake and you better be hauled rear, because he ain't call it just as Elvis Presley CD if you need him in front of Congress. He's not all talk. That guy will fight tooth and nail for every veteran on this planet. All race. Okay? He keeps people employed. This is why they pour him more coffee. You know, they know exactly that man won't leave that chair until it's signed. He's gonna cut your red tape like his humorous. By the way, I hear they need a new Veterans Foreign Wars VA clinic real bad near the Gulf of Mexico border. Mexico border, God bless those people and everybody else. Do you know why? Because some people aren't being heard. Which is why Care Bears is in charge of VA and everything else. Again, I watched ER, House, TV show, CSI, Law and Order since 5 years old. It would take years for you people to catch up. I could turn the book of human anatomy upside down and be real amused after coffee. I'm that creative of a thinker while reading National Geographic. Aw, to going to concerts with an iPad. Barney's and Noble's Die Hard. Living here in Elizabethtown. That quick. While sitting drinking coffee at the Vibe Coffee Shop or the Historic Coffee Shop, or thinking of ways to keep Elizabethtown's museum to movie theater open and running. The Historic Theater, they didn't even have a movie, Elizabethtown. That's right, kiddies. To the radio station, who I'm glad didn't have to move, because she knows I'm a diehard and I don't want her family going home to bed hungry, which is why that constantly plays non-stop. It keeps their ratings up and above grade average. The likes Titanic would want to come out of the ocean. Aww, not just a floating memory. I care about them down there, those souls, them too. Not just Titanic, their recent movie. Kate and everybody else that watched. To Miss Celine Dion, a good family support friend of mine, I hope feels better knowing that she's not just in the middle of the ocean in her chateau, that someone cares for you. And I'm trying vainly hard to help you feel better. Remember that Lion King movie scene? Staring up at the clouds. I have that same feeling with 2 grandmas up in heaven every Sunday, okay? Miss Betty Crocker made sure this kipper knew how to bake. One of many things. While making people laugh and feel at home, feel like family. And fending off ignorance with a grin. Child! She made sure Kate Bear knew exactly how to help y'all watch your health, even home remedies. Got it down pat. And don't forget, skeeter virus, mama jumbos, hummingbirds go after mosquitoes. I'm trying to help them have a comeback here in this Wild Forest Flyaway Home movie. Lion Bird Sanctuary in the backyard. We're one of the biggest here in Kentucky. Canadian geese park it here sooner or later. Trust me, they're not afraid to know exactly where stuff is at. If you have Canadian or endangered birds land on your land, they can't take your land away. You can live on it, but they can't take it away. It's government owned. If you watched, he got that principal meaning down pat while watching Fly Away Home. Farmer-wise, you would catch on real fast to having birds land in your land, to animals, to everything that's endangered. Hence, government paid. You're catching on? Okay, good. Even coal miners catch on to this. You learn a few pointers while watching the Postman movie. Kevin Costner that quick. Exactly. God bless everybody who can't believe how real someone is until you're staring at him. And why he's sitting there creatively thinking of ways to help this planet survive, an asteroid. To science, to NASA, to what matters, to helping folks not get closed permanently. Helping ways of helping them better themselves. To making sure they don't go corrupt from the inside out, to keeping a health fraud topic issue of incontinence away from Care Bears, and children especially. I don't think it's right that people, while watching the ceiling from above, spray people while they're eating below. That's not nice, not right. And if you are incontinent, you need to clean up your mess. You could put some toddler terminally ill in a hospital bed who didn't ask for Hep C and didn't even have a vote yet because he or she can't talk. St. Jude's proud supporters, to American Cancer Society, okay? Down pat. Like I said, Children's Miracle Network, there's not a thing on this earth I wouldn't do for kids, especially those kids in need of parents, and I hope they find ones worthy. I'm sunrise.org, Corsair. Well-known charities that Care Bear supports, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Not a darn thing I wouldn't do for them kids. Proud supporters, Care Bear cares, to everything around here to comic section, okay? I have something lying around sooner or later that helps. To restaurants that depend on this voice, to stay open for business. Like I said, there are a lot of them I mentioned on last weekend's video. The Vibe, Golden Corral, El Acapulco, the Mexican restaurant, Town Square Mall. There's two directions when you're new in town. There's north and then there's south. You get it real fast what the main route is, fast track route is. From here, Fort Knox to E-Town, E-Town, Fort Knox. You obviously go in the right direction because there's only two ways. If you go past Golden Corral, then you're heading toward Fort Knox. If you go in my direction, then you want Town Square. Obviously, you're going in the right direction. Keep going until you hit Elizabethtown straight. When you get to my house, remember to watch that stairwell. There's the doorbell to the left. Ding, ding, ding. Left doorbell. Stairwell, step, step. Doorbell left. I'm that creative thinker because I know exactly how someone blind trying to cross a crosswalk feels. That's why I walk out there in broad daylight or night, making sure you ladies and everybody else, darling damsels, get home safe, knowing that somebody out there caring for you is kind enough to walk it and show you the ropes that it's okay to walk home. You never know, ran out of gas, car broke down, all of a sudden you're on foot. Care Bear's walking in the rain. General Patton Jr. there, Indiana Jones on one. Obviously, he's not afraid to help y'all get home safe, while keeping that beacon of light and hope with God going. I don't fear anybody. Like I said, we can go in a dungeon and have some R&R together. It'll be grand. We'll have to play chess. George Washington comes through here like he owns the place. This is one of his major routes during those battles. To the Civil War parks and everybody else, Fort Defiant and everybody I care about, to Gone with the Wind, to the classic Heather Hopburns, to James Dean movies. You've Got Mail was based on the classic historic one. If you ever watched the credits on the back of the movie, yes, that's right. So here's looking at you, kid. You ever watch his classics? TMC, maybe you should do your homework, darlings. You would know more other than going to St. James. That's right. I'm making y'all blush. Because some of y'all are still waiting for the next lectures of why you single. Do I look like I'm getting any younger? Y'all counting them days. Look at that. I should bring over some pies and knock. That might help you all out, bachelorettes. Speaking of which, I miss my son. Hello, Christopher. Daddy misses you very much, and I don't know why you're still in those schools. You should be in these schools over here if their bus drivers had their way. It's so fast and make your head stand on end. They're that squared away and that high and tight. I keep these people to civilian contractors going on Fort Knox, always sitting there thinking of ways to help Jerome Pickett Combs not forget after school luncheon meal. After school programs like the one at Fort Campbell, that's right. I don't want you people getting laid off anytime soon, even while they're deployed, which is I remind these generals to look at that grant book that looks like a phone book with nice dust all over it that's lying on their desk and read that nice fine print as to when that grant expires. To keeping it going, what to do next to help it stay afloat, because I don't want some soldier who's got 5 kids going home to bed who's starving tonight and the only option they had was potato chips for a little bag, the kind you get at theaters around you, on their menu when they could have been growing vegetables in their living room like this squared away chief. Months ahead of schedule, because you never know when it rains, it pours. I know I'm not the only one who got told that at an early age. While walking and doing what's right would go on the right side of tracks and helping chivalry not go dead anytime soon. Feeling for those ladies who get stood up at theaters all around the world. Y'all can feel better now. Someone who knows what it's like is staring you down, even in the elevator scene. It's always the guy who sits there looking at you from inside out that gets treated like crap each time. To Hitch movie, same principle. Ain't that nice? And then it gets to a point where people aren't laughing no more because they're starting to see a fine point of themselves in me while watching my channel that reminds them of themselves, and then they start believing in something rather than nothing. It's better to be part of something than nothing. Why wait till your 90s and counting and you can't even move or get out of bed? When Care Bear's right here, the spark, the tip of the sword, and everybody, since Pearl Harbor and everything else that matters. To Fukushima, my heart goes out to you all over there. I don't think seafood's a good idea for the next 50 years if you're near Fukushima and the water flood spill. They're still trying to get a grab on that reactor right here that's flooded completely. I hope you took notes from Hiroshima and everything else in World War II that might help you on a fine points of why even metal and everything else you're touching hopefully is not radiated for miles out. It helps to think real hard. Again, for every success there's always someone wanting to destroy you in that success. Right down to your tea bag, okay? To what you're eating in the pantry. All it takes is one hand mistake and that whole pantry is tainted. Again, that's how viruses spread, flu, and everything else. Think real hard the next time you go in there without gloves. The Iron Chef level gets a hell of a heyday if you walk into that pantry and you open the lid and all of a sudden it's left over by accident. All that food and cheese and everything else just went wasted. To stuff being stored in the back of frozen meat lockers. You don't understand why those 50-year-olds get furious when they walk back there and something's wide open for hours. Do you know what that just did? It laid waste to everything you put back there. Y'all need to do steps. There's a reason why people don't want food poisoning. One of the many reasons why Care Bear's sitting there. Which would you rather have, Care Bears or Health Inspector? Obviously someone jealous of you wants you to close permanently. Real bad. And here I am trying to help you stay open for business. It's true what they say. When Care Bear, I hope you took notes from Golden Corral here in E-Town. When Care Bear shows up, it gets packed. Okay? I sit there and try not to laugh over coffee. Obviously not intimidated by paparazzi who could remind him how to brush their teeth. The likes Notting Hill would be proud of. The outdoor scene in front of the photographers wouldn't even be a highlight of a sense of humor what I have in store for all of you, okay? The next time you pick on Miss Newborn Mommy, y'all might want to look at yourselves versus PR ratings, like Peter Jennings didn't care about ratings when he was alive, before he passed away because of brain cancer, fighting and lost. And I keep his memories going. He did not care about ratings. He told the story exactly how it's supposed to be told, right in front of that camera. He knew millions of people depending on the voice, just like they depend on Kibbers right here, who wears General Patton and every other fashion designer with pride. It don't matter if it's covered in mud. That's what makes Heidi and everybody else smile, because he knows exactly how hard CK and everybody else has worked for years since you were wearing Huggies. And everybody else he provides a home for right here. Kind enough to be thoughtful and knows what transitioning means modeling wise to supermodels. Why they have a home here versus the parking lot at some rest stop in the rain, thinking no one cares for them. If that was true, I would not be sitting here explaining to you. I'd rather have you beautiful ladies here spending the night than out there in the gosh darn cold. That gym officer's son ain't gotta say another word. That's why Cindy Crawford smiles, because I make her feel like 18 again. To Robin on GMA. To Oprah and everybody else who depend on this voice for some kind of rejuvenation in the morning, a breath of fresh air. To Obama and everybody else who get criticized for being the leader of nations, to having stepping stones to fall on in Cuba, to helping you get up like footprints in the sand, that caring, that thoughtful, that quick, faster than you can shake a hit stick at, sir. My dad made sure of that. Even while playing guitar or Cherokee flute that's on my fireplace in the rain, green berets. I don't like that guy with the horn trumpet feeling all lonely at 9 p.m. while singing to a whole bass. There's not a soul on this earth that wouldn't deny it. That caring for y'all's caring for you still, and chucking at the same time. Do you know why? Because somewhere deep down inside, that critic who's sitting there trying to understand why I care so much for very little, obviously is sitting there thinking the same thing. Obviously he's watched everything known to mankind. Obviously he's read every history book here. Oh wait, including the ones that he has yet to learn from serious grandparent Julius, to mom supporter in France, to everybody. Mom supporters of supporters who know exactly what this Care Bear is supposed to be knowing, so fast to make your head stand on end. It's my job, while looking out for your very soul. That's why Poltergeist to Ghost Whisper Show and everybody else that come on talking about spirits and the underworld and all this other stuff that make you ooh. Since Jason vs. Freddy came out, especially the bridge ending scene that makes me laugh so hard when he picks him up and throws him across the pier. Obviously, as a few porters here, he finds that humorous. Especially Rewind. Okay, to Star Wars. I'm gonna do something to make Lucas smile. Gosh darn, he should see what I do with a cell phone. I just go all outside the box here. Creativity. No wonder I'm not near that thing all the time. Aww, you better have knocking. God bless you, I'll make cardiography look child's play. I'm gonna do something to make those chaps feel better in hospital beds. I don't want them missing church anytime soon. That thoughtful, that caring for your grandparents while you're off at school trying to help them feel better. And everybody else who parks it here to American Pie, okay? There's not a soul on this earth that I don't know how to reach out and touch somebody, even lightning-wise, and hit your very heart and soul, guarding you, to keeping bootleg cable thieves away from y'all's homes, to underground dwellers and stuff. To what matters, to keeping meth addicts away. If you put Dawn soap down your pipes, you won't smell meth outside your restaurant. That helps day and night, especially if you have a huge sewer grate. Sidewalk, Dawn soap. When it rains, especially, is the best time. Little Clorox. That's what they use on Exxon Valdez. I feel for Santa Barbara. You would think they learned from Exxon Valdez while watching Armageddon movie. Bruce Willis, that's right, Die Hard actor. Golly, I'm Greenpeace, baby, all the way to saving dolphins. You know what it's like removing a Pepsi bottle from a dolphin is not humorous. To foam plates, recycling means recycle or they stop recycling. That's why it pays to recycle to aluminum cans. Okay, and that you check out your local listings where the drop-off point is to green dumpsters. They help. To everything that matters, Care Bears cares. You know, I recycle. That's another thing girlfriends love. Care Bears just recycle, guy. You know, to tearing up foam plates. You know what it's like recycling foam plates as a kid for 2 cents a day? Then you understand why Care Bears will sit there in the middle of a restaurant and tear up foam plates, watching Miami Vice, the movie. Squid away, chops. To Law and Order, to everything that matters. Carry on, we'll be reading the Bible in a moment. I'd like y'all to get comfortable knowing this is Care Bears Cares home, and everybody who's been watching this for years, I'm thankful for to my hardworking techs. They don't answer to you, they answer to God, and they make this Sesame Muppet Show level, okay? You know, they're squared away watching their house. And I'm very grateful, especially that one who's been there 20 plus years and counting. Obviously, she's not going to just look at you and you're fresh out of college. She's going to hand you a big book, probably, and have you read that first. Aww, you thought you would get it easy? Nah. She wants you to experience 20 years of waiting for you to come to sit next to me. Aww. Tahiti, God bless them. Square away, YouTube techs who know exactly how this Care Bear officer son feels. Obviously, he has a few pointers. You gotta earn it. See them generals right here? I stand next to. They didn't get to that spot all by themselves. They had books to read along the way. They're not afraid to help you with an open door policy. The same open door when you're late for work that you get to walk through. Hope to God you get to work on time by watching this every hour of your life. God bless y'all in uniforms. To those deployed, 101st to 30th and everybody else that's spread out throughout Afghanistan trying to help them understand what peace means for the love of God. To Zimbabwe, to Haiti, planting vegetables in your living rooms, kids feel better. Tomato in living room, understand? No more starving. Even in Africa, got that families there. He knows these things. We don't want family non-existent in the dictionary. Keep planting, you'll understand this concept when you're not starving no more. Feel better. By the way, that ocean out there, the ones closest to that ocean in Africa, you could make a hatchery out of that. Understand hatchery? It would help curb the seafood market. That's right. You build a little sand dune pit. The water tide comes in. All of a sudden, you put little baits. And you catch seafood no time. Before you know it, you have same example used in Kingdom of Heaven movie. The ocean seeing the sand crab. That's right. What better way to open a nice restaurant right on the beach? Who would think of that? Care Bears creativity like the Roman days. I spared your life years ago. Don't you forget it. Their ancestor grandparents who told you he'd be back. And has a big crown up there in heaven. He knows these things. He smiles just like this in a cave. Honestly, he knows exactly who this is, while wanting to remind you what the door looks like on the way out. Nice big skeleton. Honestly, you know exactly who that is in there. To darling damsels, Care Bear cares to Marie Antoinette. Obviously, the person who's funding that is running out of funds. Obviously, it should be governed by the government so that you can live there and not be harassed for living there. And going all the way to Mongolia asking for money borrowed, that brother's going to turn you around with a Washington apple. He knows this face. Care Bear already had the answer for you before you even got on the flight, darlings. You're welcome by the time you came back. Do you know why? Because I know exactly how to challenge it, Queen. You're staring at the reason why I gave a hint. I stood up and held a chess piece. You know what that means even in Canada. It means come down. No. Obviously, my family knows exactly who you are and did some favors for you years ago. I would know how to challenge a queen in her own throne real quick. Make you remind you of the good old days like Queen Elizabeth and Victoria. Aww. I wouldn't mind sitting there reading bedtime stories to your heart's content. And you know where I would start first? Where you all started all along. The good old days of Victoria's mansion. That's right behind you in Buckingham Palace. I hope that guard passes that message along. I have a history book with Henry on it. Aw, I don't want you to forget those good old days of living in a tent first, while sipping tea because I'm that caring and that thoughtful, while wanting to hold little George and give Charlotte a hug. You don't need a babysitter, you should come over to E-Town to get away from nice criticism. Words like the movies portrayed. What more can they say to a new mommy who has more gratuity of respects than you can shake your head or stick at that Queen Diana wanted me to pass along, who's not far standing next to me? He knows exactly what to say and how to say it quick. To learning a few pointers in Notting Hill, the sitting at the restaurant publicly is criticism scene. You know, I would do the same thing. I would get up and say, okay, that's it. And walk right up to that chap and give them a lecture of the fine points of humiliation and what they look like for the day over a granola bar. They're getting smaller and smaller. It confuses us tall basketball athletic guys at the grocery stores. They're going to make them bigger again. God. To the day if I have to sit in front of a Congress chair, they bet looking at Daddy in front of me while playing Xbox, Diablo, they better have a lot more than an MRE, because I'm not into politics. James Bond M actress knows this real well. He's not into politics. He'll look at you dead center and cut through the red tape real fast. See, Dad? See me? Okay. Obviously, I know how to divide by 12 that quick. We'll get through this one way or another. Let's sign veterans approved, okay? They're not getting fired or laid off around here. Ah, heck no. Not since George Washington. God bless y'all. To Paula Dean and everybody else that I care about, y'all better watch your health. Life's too short, thinking all those kids in hospital beds who are very close to cookie dough, not just on a commercial Dairy Queen fundraiser a while ago for Children's Miracle Network. Jennifer Lopez starred in helping these kids in a commercial. Y'all better watch your health, Patch Adams Jr. From Doc Morehouse here, who knows how to care about people more than you know in your own brains and your own blood atoms. Interesting. The day I have to be a kindergarten cop substitute, I would like to delight myself along amusing your little minds. I think that would be child's play with a cracker. Graham cracker, that's right, while staring at you little chaps. You're welcome. God bless y'all. Y'all better stay well. I say that perfectly. I should do that one more time. God bless you alls. It makes all you chefs feel better. Aw, an Iron Chef too. To American Idol, Howard Stern. How's that floating mall with wheels? I hear he gets around. Golly, that just bronzes the horizons. I think he knows a voice of God. So why don't they just sign him up right now? Much talent I have in one finger that you could shake a head or stick at. Family and nurses here. I think RCA is calling soon there. They better not knocking. The way things are with Shania Twain concert goer, I don't want her feeling all lonesome while keeping you country singers going with prayers, being a country singer at the heart. Golly, there's not a rumor that I can get Johnny Cash out of the grave. You know how many families would come to hear that song? That's right. That's just one of many warm-ups. Duh. Bye-bye, dog again. Gotta do something to keep y'all feeling young again and of youth. To Almost Famous watching movie. Aw, Kate Hudson sportswear. God bless her. Y'all should buy her t-shirts. Amazing what the aerobics look like when you're wearing one of that dry fast, I hear. And resist sweat and build-up. Golly, y'all check her out. She's not just on Almost Famous movie. God bless her. And everybody else that stopped by here. To satellites who keep a sharp eye on the Joan the Arc now in flesh. Not outside from my health in the rain. There's no chance in heck. Y'all stay tuned and get your Bibles ready. Much loves.